Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll try to implement removing objects from the board. Before that, I just found about this this silly bug that I have. So if you drag to select and then click your right mouse key, it'll actually select the drag, like kind of the transform layer itself. And after that, if you try to resize it, it basically resizes the whole TR layer. Oh, I should not refresh. But basically after that, if you resize it, then all the selection actions are kind of like there's an offset between the coordinates basically. It still works like if it's like based on the size, but this is not very great. I think the bug is from or one way to solve it is basically, I think it comes from here, right? So if the eta target is an instance of shape, in this case the shape is actually the TR, like the what's it called, the selecting bound itself. So I think what we want to do, like one way to solve it, is just to say it has to be an instance of the shape, and it also have to be a children of the base layer, which is the board layer. So something like the parent equals to this board layer, and I'm wondering if the type doesn't make that much sense, because the target apparent, because why isn't a layer a container, right? A layer sounds like a container to me. I'll try to ignore it right now and see if that solves it. Right, well, it seems to be working. And of course, the other issue is that we should probably differentiate between a left mouse click versus a secondary mouse button click, right? Something like that. And I think even the mouse wheel actually works right now. We'll worry about it the next time. Let's work on the removing object now. Right, so how should we do this? I think the minimum thing that we can do is we can handle the remove key, the backspace or delete key on the keyboard, right? If it's selected, then we just remove it. And of course, we need to handle the backend as well. Yeah, so let's take a look. So basically, we'll need to add some key bindings here, right? I'm not sure if Convo has some like built-in. Oh, weird. Okay, I think I'm back. I don't know what happened there. Okay. So I'm trying to find if there's any like built-in utilities for keyboard events. Okay. So basically, it's the same thing, right? Similar thing as like rigor-a-thon stuff. Yeah. Okay. What is this container here? Container is a container. I see. Right. Okay. So we just do it here. I'll add it to the button here. Should it be on the ledger or a stage? Yeah, I'll do it on stage. Add event listener key down. And this right, and I do the other side of this here. Remove listener. Okay. I will find a place. Maybe after all the mouse stuff, I do the key binding stuff. Yeah. Key down. That's a conva the event object. And it takes a, I forgot what it is. Event type. But event type, I guess, is just like keyboard event. Okay. Key down. So what is it complaining about? All right. So what? Add event listener. I'll just do on, off instead. So here I'm going to find the key code, right? ubt dot code key, right? Let's see. So basically, if I press any key here, well, that's not working. Let's see. It's apparently not doing anything. That's fine. Let me try just add the listener on a different thing. Maybe that makes sense. I'll do tr later. Even if that's, oh, so right, I can also do it on the window object. There are no built-in keyboard events, like, oh, I see. But what is this container? Container is staged container. What? Oh, I guess this is just a DOM event. Like, it's just a, I see. Well, I guess that's fine. Container, right? This should be the DOM element, and that's just a regular. Right, the type is not correct, but well, I should be more careful on the reading the documentation, I guess. And this is just the plain node keyboard element. Keyboard event. Oh, it doesn't take anything? Oh, it's not generic. Okay, that makes sense actually. Let's see. Oh, still not working, eh? Listener. Well, that looks fine to me. Well, maybe I can just do it on window. Let's see. Window.remove. Well, that gives me something. Right, like I said, I should be more careful because I think maybe right now, as it's because it doesn't have a tab index, maybe it's not focusable, and thus it doesn't take keyboard events, right? Right, exactly, like it said here. I guess on window, this kind of makes sense to me. Right? It definitely works in our case. So let's see. So we can do if e.key equals to backspace. What's the key code for delete? Oh, backspace. How do I do delete on my keyboard? I don't even know. So I'm having a 60% keyboard. So maybe I don't have it. I guess it's delete. Right, then we do something here. So what do we do here? I just write it in line for now. So first of all, we need to know what's like the selected shapes. And that is nodes will be this dot tr dot nodes and if there's no nodes, then we just don't need to do anything. Otherwise, what do we do? Let's just do it on the front end first, right? I think the easiest way to do is just nodes, we do a for each or something. And you know that delete or destroy. Right, so if I do backspace, then they're gone. And I guess maybe I want to do that as well. Yeah, that makes sense. But what happens after that? Like, do I want to like do it locally and then propagate it to remote, or do I do it on remote then propagate it back to local? I think the problem with the first approach is that maybe we removed it on local, but somehow the request failed. Like if the backend was like temporarily down or something. it's not actually being propagated to the backend. In that case, we need to have a way to know that, so that the backend state and the front end state is actually consistent. It's similar to how when we try to create an object, this one, right? So when we try to upload it, it shows in red for a second there. That's basically a state of the object being sent to the backend. I think it's better to have that state on the front end as well. So basically, when you remove something, there is state of the object being removed, and when it's actually been removed, right? How long is this file? 200 something lines. That's not too bad, actually. So maybe we can just do it here. I'm not sure if it's okay to just I'm not sure if I should just change them in place or move them to a different layer. The benefit of moving them to a different layer is that there's less chance of conflicting this feature with other things we're doing. Like, I don't want to be able to select removing nodes and then like change your sizes or something, right? Because that's just not valid. Well, let's see. Let's actually make that's tricky, right? Like, and what if there's like two users removing the same object? Should it count as successful or not? Well, I guess we'll discuss that in a different video. I think we need to overhaul the whole collaboration thing. So I guess I just do the kind of the easiest. I choose the easiest option for now, and then I think a lot of the complexity really surfaces when we try to really focus on the collaboration part. Yeah. Okay, so for now, I think I just like I will have a layer like called deleting, removing shapes somewhere. Let's do that. RM layer. Can I add a layer to a layer? I'm not sure. Actually, where is this added to stage? Oh, it's added here. Layer.remove. Right. Okay. So I just do it here. Stage.add this RM layer. .tr layer, not tr layer. .rm layer. Remove. I'm hoping that this remove doesn't destroy the layer. It's just like removes the object from the stage, but it's actually there. It's just not being rendered. The reason for that, I don't know. Maybe there's something still going on with objects in a layer while the user switch the handlers. If we just destroy all the objects, there might be some conditions where it's referenced into an object that doesn't exist anymore. So yeah. Okay, so let's focus on this. What if I do node star remove? Can I just move it? Actually, because the node can only have one parent, right? I believe. If I do this dot rm layer dot add node, does it automatically removes it from? Okay, what's the issue here? To add could be children type. Children type, it should be node. What's wrong with that? Sorry, what's the expected? Type group. So that kind of works. Selected nodes. Oh, selected nodes actually contains the bounding rects. I guess that's fine. It's just we need to be very careful about it. So, which means every time we call here the nodes, we are actually also getting the bounding rects, which is probably not an issue right now. But it's something I want to look at. I want to take a look at. Okay, so back to this. So add it there. Can I add some kind of things to later? Sure. Filters. Alpha. Right, so I guess I can just give it a number somehow. And I guess like 0.5 is a reasonable number. Does that make sense? Let's see. Remove. Nothing happens, I guess. Stage has 6 layers. Adding more layers into the stage may drop performance. Can you use command group? Okay, I will consider that. But now I cannot. I guess they are actually being moved to the layer. It's just this doesn't apply to all its children. Layer alpha. Use with RGBA filter. Well, I guess I need to do that. Well, I guess that's not the case. Let's take a look. Well, this looks promising. Load image, build stage. It's adding the filter on the object itself, looks like. But really, I mean, we don't have to do it this way. We're just trying things out. We can still just do the usual thing where we do it here. Do node. Okay. Oh, great. Oops. Well, that's still not working. So I guess maybe that's not an issue. I have to know the stroke, and of course, I did this for now. And obviously, when we have like actually, let me figure this out. Convo up node transparency. Opacity. Well, maybe opacity, you're right, that makes more sense, I guess. Well, let me first try applying that on the whole layer first. I think I can just do it here. Opacity 0.5. If you want to apply transparency of 4. Okay. Well, that works. That's pretty nice, actually. Although I can tune it down a little bit, maybe 0.3. Right. So yeah. Okay, so what's the next step now? I think the next step would be to send the removed IDs to the backend, and then once we get the results from the backend, then we remove the correspondent node from the RM ledger. If the backend failed, in that case, then we move the shape back from the RM ledger to the desktop board ledger. Right, that sounds reasonable. Okay, so let's do that. Where's our API call? Right, so we're just using fetch. Well, I'd like to continue using that. And I mean, it's been kind of ad hoc. Yeah, it's been kind of ad hoc anyways, so yeah, let's do it for now. Maybe yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. Expect JSON and session ID, check for access. Haven't touched the backend like probably in a month now, so I probably don't remember a lot of things. Requests. And right, of course we need to broadcast it to the other clients. And basically copy the code of Valve. Port ID, that is. So what does check port access do? Oh, it actually checks the port ID. Okay, well, what did I do? Alright. We have port ID. Then I guess it's just like removed object IDs. I'll just do a get just to be more defensive on this. Although you could argue like having an actual error might be more helpful. So what did we do here? Right, so I guess we need to have like another one of these helper functions. Do I need atomic? I think eventually we will want it, even though for now the reason is not too obvious. But eventually we do need it. Delete objects. I guess it doesn't, because we're just doing one statement, it's probably fine. And board ID, objects IDs. And we will do board object, the objects future board ID. In object IDs. Right. Deletes. Do I need more validation here? I think it's fine. Yeah, it's fine for now. Remove the object IDs. And then similarly we can do await database remove objects. And that takes board ID and remove object IDs. Now we need to broadcast that. Right, that makes sense. Though I need to check what the consumer is doing for that. Where is it? Consumer, maybe. Yeah. So broadcast changes. This is broadcast changes. And broadcast changes, what it do? It basically forwards the content, right? It basically forwards the content to all the other sessions, connected sessions. Okay, that makes sense. So let's do the front end part. Eventually we'll have some like SDK on the front end to make things easier, or services, or just use GraphQL. Yeah, that might actually make sense. Let me just copy the fetch call here. Right, I need a URL. Remove objects. Remove objects. It is still running. Okay, that's good. It's not crashing. Board ID, is that makes sense? Remove the object IDs will be, well, I need to get it here. But because I'm doing a loop here already, I don't want to do a map. This makes more sense to me. .id. Okay. Remove the object IDs. Why is it any? Oh, right, because I need to give it a type first. So I can do a check here. Right, like for whatever reason, if we don't have an ID, meaning we're selecting something wrong, then we return early. That makes sense. Remove the objects IDs, so I can just do that, and then if it's not okay, then we move them back. Right. Right, how do we move them back? Well, we need to check for the IDs, right? Because there might be like 2 deleting sessions at the same time. So we can't just like move everything from RM ledger to the regular ledger. We need to select them by IDs. I just do a filter here. Children. Is there a way to select them, like multiple by find? Pretty cool, right? Not that. That's just a array method. Find selector. Alright, because the set selector is different. Alright, I guess I just do a find. Find filter. Node dot ID in line. Yeah. I'm wondering if it's worth it to make this a set. Well, anyways, just keep it as a array for now. Not find, has includes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, so we get a list of nodes. If nodes add and it's maybe, or non-nodes, or not nodes done lengths, then return early. Otherwise, we can do Right, just do the other way. Actually, why don't I just do this? Right, add it back. I don't even need that. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, maybe we can pre-calculate this value so we don't need to duplicate ourselves. Dot destroy. So let's see. Let's see if this works. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. I'm just wondering if there are cases where the ID is actually inside of the regular ledger. If we don't have a bug, then it shouldn't be the case, I think. Let's just try one item. That worked poorly. Apply to sync functions. Okay, what did I do? Sync to async. Oh, delete object IDs. Right, that seems more correct. Oh, but I guess it gets back, which is great. Okay, remove that. Another error. Cannot resolve keyword object ID. I guess it's just ID. Move. Okay, that works. That works. Now let's have a synthetic. We actually already tried the other thing, which is like, what if this throws something, right? I guess I don't need to test that now. Let's focus on the WebSocket thing. Where is the WebSocket thing? Is it on board? So this is the socket, add message. Right, this is the other thing I was talking about. Like, ideally, we want to have the handlers to handle different types of payload. Just haven't got around to it. Okay, so I guess I just add some more lines here. It's gonna be fine. All right, because that's actually pretty nice of TypeScript. Because the union has been exhausted, so there should not be any else if. What's it called? Wait, objects. Remove objects. Just gotta be consistent. And inside of data, we have removed object IDs, and that is array of streams. Yeah, Actually, should this thing be read-only? I'm not sure if I can do it here. Or if it's, maybe it's not worth it, I don't know. Okay. So great, now here we have delete, remove, what? Oh, here it is. Then, so this is kind of tricky. I think this might include the, we need to consider the case where this current user is also removing the same object. Right, in that case, actually, what is the cursor service here? In that case, we need, in theory, we need access to, like the select handler should really handle the payload, because only that have access to more convenient access to the RM layer, because we need to check those layers. And I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing that. We should be able to access the handler even if we're not in the handlers mode. Well, let's try this. This dot handlers select. Right, so it does I'm just trying to figure out the type of that. Maybe that's not a grid type. What if I just do that? Oh. Process add shape does not exist on type draw handler. Right. I mean, is it possible to have something like I mean, for now I can just add a method here, which is a no-op. Right, that should stop it from complaining about it. Move handler doesn't have it. I'm trying to think. I mean, there should be a better way to do this. It's just, I'm not sure how at this point. You know, why are you complaining about things? Yeah, just do it for now. So, right, so this basically gives us the public attributes and in method on the select handler, which I think we have too many. A lot of them should be just like private. Okay, I have a remove object method here. What it does is to just call it destroy, right? Just to differentiate between remove and destroy. This is probably not that efficient. Actually, what is the best way to do it in JavaScript? Like to chain two different. I mean, I can do something like I guess it's fine. Or if we don't want to use assertion, we can always do that. So here we can do I think that's a better name. And here we can do destroy IDs, and that's going to be payload dot data dot remove the object IDs. Okay, let's give it a try. Ooh, I put it down here. Okay, so okay, our cursor still works, which is good. Haven't seen that in a while. Move it, and it's broadcasted, which is pretty nice. So I guess that's it for today. Obviously, we have tons of things to do. This is still just very basic. I think next time we'll like really focus on something related to the history, like history redo undo, and more detailed look at the collaboration and stuff. After that, I think we can finally begin to look at adding support for more types of shapes like rectangle and things like that. Yeah, but that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll have the repo, the link to the repo in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave any comments. Bye.